Yeah, welcome back to Let's Keep It 100 podcast. You tuned in with the two biggest players in the biddy. My man, Mr. Millsarkis.
The man in my city.
Right.
You mean my man got that Ramadan glow, you feel me?
Got the pronunciation mark
Yes,
popping.
sir. Yeah, man, I'm proud of you, man. If nobody ain't told you, I'm proud of you, bro. Like, you really stayed down. You ain't get no pussy. And I know you how much you like putting your faces in asses. You ain't do none of that all month, you feel me? Yeah. I'm really proud of you, though. To have that discipline, I respect it, bro.
Yeah, bro, know I be on my discipline shit. I try to stay out the way, man, as much as I can.
That's what's up,
But
bro.
look, man, we got a guest in here, man, a fellow podcaster.
Right.
My guy, Kilogram, Jersey's best kept secret, man.
Oh, I like that. That's
Yes,
what's up.
sir.
What's going on? We all keep it 100 podcast. You better not lie. Collab. Salute, man. You know
Bro.
what I mean? And listen, I want to congratulate you on the dean and getting through Ramadan. Was it hard for you?
No, bro.
Okay, the praying 5 times a day. You know
love
what I mean?
I pray. Look, it's crazy to the point. We're gonna go off of that a little bit.
Right.
I'm at work, like, yo, we gotta pray.
Yeah. That's fine. That's fine.
I ain't gonna lie, this was the first Ramadan ever, I ain't gonna say Ramadan ever, but the first time ever I led prayer 3 times.
Nice.
In one joint. Like,
Nice.
and I never led a prayer. Like, I'm talking about, I'm calling the comment and everything. I'm
Right.
like, damn, my email, all right. Like, so
Yeah.
this Ramadan brought me to a better place in
Right.
my life. I really needed it.
That's dope, man.
Yeah,
Allahu
bro, be
Akbar,
on it.
man.
Bro, be on it. I respect it, bro.
You Muslim?
No.
No. He
I'm
said no.
spiritual.
I mean, listen, you got the Sunni, man.
You
It's
know
like,
I get greeted more than him.
Yeah.
Yeah, of
should be
course.
crazy,
yeah,
bro.
Yeah. Because we got struggling beards. You got good genes. You got a little Dominican in you, bro. I was seeing your beard. I said, "What the brother doing?"
Look.
That's
Look, you see what he just said,
Yeah,
right?
word. He
You
got
see
some
what you just said.
Dominican in
Now,
him,
when I be
son.
getting a fresh cut, I be bidding on the gram. I get a
Right.
fresh cut. You know you got to get the joint.
Right.
I be like, damn, they ask me what I'm mixed with.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
fucking with him. I be
Listen,
fucking with him.
it's crazy. I'm like, no spaces. Oh, that ain't fair,
I hate
bro.
it.
Yeah,
I
this
hate
shit-
it.
You see it? I be looking
That
at
shit a
this.
lace front. He can
Yo,
rip
your
that shit
pop
off
got
and go
the
to
beard. He got the full guy. Your pop.
He never grew it. That wasn't like a
Okay.
thing back in the day. You feel me?
So you don't know where you get your jeans from.
It's
grow a
from
beard.
him. I look just like the nigga. He
Okay.
always had like a beard, but he kept it clean cut.
Okay, but you know he could probably grow.
Yeah, he could grow
All
a
right,
beard.
Yeah, no diddy.
But look, for the younger viewers who might not know you, who is Kilogram and what are some of your accomplishments?
All right. For the younger youth that may not know me, like I said, my name is Kilogram. I'm from Trenton, New Jersey. I started rapping in the early 2000s. I got my break dealing with a DJ named Coriac. I don't know if y'all know Coriac. He had DJ Coriac used to be on Power 99 and 100.3 The Beat. He had a group called The Feds, and the label was Bomb Threat Entertainment. So I started with them. Then I started doing my own thing. I was running around with journalists.
Oh, the rapper from South Philly?
Journalists. Me and Journalists was rap partners before he got his deal with Motown. Okay. We was running around. Jern won. It was a guy named Flashy Freddie. Shout out to Flashy Freddie. He from Jersey. He was down with Rough Riders, but he did a talent show looking for talent. He did one in Philly. Journalists won the one in Philly. Then he came to Jersey. He did one. I won that one. So he put us together as a group, me, him, and Jern, called the Kleptos. So me and Jern built like a brotherhood, and we was running around Philly and Jersey doing our thing. After the situation with Journalists, I started my own label called Tipping the Scale, and I ended up running the PD Crack in Atlanta, and me and him did some music, and I had a single called Be Easy with PD.
Ring.
Yeah, the Mac go ring. Shout out to PD. PD stamped me in Philly. Once I dropped that single in the video, Cosmic Kev got it. All the radio stations started playing it. And then my career started from that song I had with PD. Then I went on to do a record with Little Flip. And then, years later, I had a song called Jersey that caught the attention of an A&R from Atlantic Records named Gene Nelson. Okay. And I got a situation up there. So that's kind of like, the short version of the story. You know what I mean?
Now look,
Word.
your name is Kilogram.
Okay.
Kilogram.
Right.
You think like after a certain age we should denounce certain nicknames?
You know what's funny? That's a fact. But listen, I'm gonna tell you, my real name is Kevin, right? So when I chose my rap name, I wanted something to start with a K.
Okay.
So I was looking in the back of the math book, and I seen Kilogram.
Right.
So I was calling myself KG for a long time, but then it was 1,000 kgs in my hood. So I started going by Kilogram, but my name wasn't more like drug related. It was more like I wanted my name to hold weight. So it's like kilogram is the highest level of mass. So I was like, yo, I hold weight in the rap game. And then our label was tipping the scale. But nowadays I go by gram. I took the kilo off.
Okay.
But as far as the streets, and this ain't to incriminate myself, but when I came up around all hustlers, street guys. My whole rap career, I was around a lot of street guys and stuff like that. So when people used to see my name on CDs and they knew my team, they was like, oh, that might make sense. So even though I wasn't per se the man, but I was next to the man. You feel me? Respectfully.
Is that what you propagated though, like in your raps?
Yeah, it was street shit. Street shit, definitely. Stories of what maybe I went through. And what my niggas was going through, whether they had cases, in and out of jail, shootouts. I was inspired by the shit I was around. Like we all are.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Do you feel like somebody can like kind of get on? Because I feel like the kids now is like all the drill shit.
Right.
And they feel like they got to do that.
I'm going to tell you.
Do you feel like you can be like yourself and be positive to get on?
Well, in the era where it was about you being like that, you know what I'm saying?
No, for sure.
Yeah, somebody at the door. No, go ahead. All right, yeah, but in the era where, listen, right?
Oh, that window.
No, I was gonna say, in the era where people would be like, just imagine if I'm early 19, 20, and I want to put my CD out to the streets, right?
Okay.
You got to think your first customers is niggas on the streets, hustlers and everything like that. Right. So they want authentic music. If they know you a square or you ain't never get busy, you ain't never had no fight, you ain't never sold a dime bag, when they listening to your music, they can't feel it. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like early on, you have to be able to make music that connect to the streets. But I wouldn't say just because you rap about guns, you go out there and shoot somebody. Right. You know what I'm saying? You gotta understand that some of it is creativity and some of it is reality. So I just tried to walk that fine line. Like, if I went through some street shit, I would talk about it, but I wouldn't take it to the level of I shot and killed niggas. But if my niggas did that, you might hear that in my rhyme.
Right.
Without saying their name. I might say, oh, my man caught that body, da-da-da-da. And then if niggas listening to it, they like, oh, the nigga that he be around.
Yeah, such and such, yeah.
So
the streets need a body.
It has to be authentic. Nowadays, you don't. Look at the kids that's going platinum and viral from their bedroom. But we was outside in the 90s and the early 2000s.
You had to put feet to land.
You had to put feet to land. Y'all know how that shit go. Look at all the DVDs of the rappers that got caught slipping on DVDs. And, you know what I'm saying? Like, at the end of the day, you felt that because you like, oh, shit, like, he really be on his block, but niggas handled him. So do you respect him?
No, I couldn't.
But if he shot somebody, he's stupid, right? So it's a lose-lose. So go ahead.
Go ahead. No, I'm my fault to cut you off, but where did you get your inspiration to rap though? Like, what made you like first start rapping? Like,
y'all might be too young, but Poor Righteous Teachers, man. Like, I'm from Trenton, New Jersey, so we had Poor Righteous Teachers is a group that came out with a song called "Rock This Funky Joint," right? And these are guys that are from, Trenton is a small town. It's only 7 miles, but they came out with a song that went global, and they was on MTV, BET, and you seeing these niggas at the corner store. But they on your MTV raps. So it was just attainable. I just felt like, damn, I want to do that. That's what I want to do. So,
But look, back to what you were saying.
Okay.
Like, we all grown adult men. Right. We know what we doing. We all have choices.
Right.
Incriminating yourself on these platforms.
Like that.
What advice do you have for people that get on these platforms and like how they should carry it? If you have something going on street-wise.
I think what we said before the cameras went live, if you currently in the streets, I don't feel like you should be speaking on any crimes or anything that you didn't get caught for. You know what I'm saying? If you a guy that went down and did 15, 20 years in prison for some shit you already got caught, booked, for, and you want to speak on that crime to educate the youth to say, hey, I was stupid when I did this. I was selling drugs or I shot this pistol. Then you can talk on that. But if you active in the streets, it's stupid because you're basically recording. It's a confession. It's a live confession that somebody can take and use in a court of law. You know what I mean? So
hold up. So look, like Luce Cannon, that's your man, right?
Yeah, that's my dog. Yeah,
he just got caught up in an indictment.
Yeah, yep, rolling 60s indictment.
Okay, so did you ever give him any advice? Like, bro, you talking too much on the platforms? Or?
Nah, I never did. You know why? Like, because I'm lying. Me and Luce had a lot of phone calls, conversations behind the scenes where I'm like, damn, y'all, you kind of wilding, bro. Like, you sure y'all gonna put that out or whatever the case may be? Like, just certain footage that may have hit the net. But Luce is a man that is gonna do what he gonna do. You know what I'm saying? And if you know street niggas, if you ain't in the field no more, because I'm washed, I'm out the field. I go to work, I take care of these babies. So I can't really speak to what he do day to day and who he around. That's how they live. You feel me? So at the same time, I could offer advice and just try to big him up as a bro and be like, yo, I wouldn't do that, or nah, I'm not gonna post that. Like just say if he sent me something, like, nah, I ain't posting that on my channel. Like, I wouldn't want to get you in trouble, bro. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not in charge of what another man do. I can offer my advice, but being that we grown, it's hard to sway another grown man to do the right thing. You know what I mean?
All right, so what about, like, I think this was Luce Cannon that was saying, like, they pressed Meek.
Right.
Do you believe that?
Like, I mean, Meek spoke on it and said it didn't happen. So Meek, I've been seeing Meek post and say it didn't happen.
Wax said so too.
And Wax said it did or it didn't?
He said it didn't happen. He said he couldn't.
Okay, so like I said, at the end of the day, Luce got his version. Meek got his version. I wasn't at the club. I don't know. That's Cali business. That's where I'm gonna keep it at. I don't want to call one of the other persons a liar.
Somebody lying.
But listen, that's what I'm saying. All I will say though to that effect is that at the end of the day, that's where the situations get a little choppy, because if you're admitting to a crime on a public platform, this is the reason why we have this indictment, all of the shit going on. But like I said, I don't want to pick sides of who right or who wrong. My thing is, when I saw it just like y'all saw it, and I just said, damn, that's crazy. You know what I mean?
Look, I'm just leading up to a bunch of shit. I'm gonna let
Right. Now it's all good.
So look, you rapped. You were a rapper. What do you think about? I don't like the LA gang culture. I don't like the LA culture at all.
Right.
I hate it. What do you think about people making niggas check in, and why y'all always just like, cause I rap, I gotta check in with y'all? What you think about that? Cause you was a rapper.
Yeah. I'm gonna tell you like this. I've lived and traveled the world. You know what I mean? Like, for instance, Young Buck from G Unit.
I seen you did a song with Young Buck.
I did a song with him, but I had to fly to Nashville to do that. So at the end of the day, I think the check-in thing, people taking it too far. More it's like this, just like when I went to Nashville, I called Buck and his peoples roll down on us. They make sure we good. They tell us what food spots is good, what side of town not to go to. That's checking in, but it's not like, oh, you need to know my hotel. I gotta give you 10,000. So the check-in don't always
between checking in and the extortion.
Right? Yeah. So I've never experienced any of that, like where I gotta give niggas money and all that. But I think when you go to certain neighborhoods, it ain't no different than what I did today. When I pulled up, I said, "Yo, this block cool?" You said, "Nah." Is that a check-in?
No, that's just you confirming with me.
But what I'm saying is, I have to go by your word. So that's like a check-in, but it's more like, I'm making sure if y'all invite me here, y'all got me.
Facts.
If I get robbed here,
it's on us.
It's on y'all. So is it a check-in?
I feel like I know what you're saying, but it's like it's different levels to the shit. And I feel like that's why I don't like them California niggas, because they know people are vulnerable.
Right.
They got access to all their tools and all that when they out there. So they know you coming out there, you ain't got none of that shit.
Right. But there's California rappers speaking against the check-in. Like Schoolboy Q said on a platform, he said, if you're an artist from the East Coast down south, Midwest, and you come into LA, don't call nobody and tell them that you coming. Get your hotel, take care of your business,
and get out.
Go to to the upscale food spots where it's a lot of traffic or police, whatever, and get the fuck back to the room. Why do you want to go to Watts? If you from North Philly, it look just like Burke Street.
Right, facts.
You know what I'm saying?
No, facts.
Why the fuck, nigga? But I'm gonna tell you what we are fascinated with. The hood niggas are fascinated with other hoods. We want to go to violent parts just to say I stood 10 toes out there. For what?
Yeah, I ain't going there.
Look, I ain't gonna lie. Look, I just don't like the California niggas because
I want you to open your mind to that because it's a beautiful place, bro.
No. He got a story.
I like LA, but it's like I went out there, so it's like you know I'm a young boy, so I go out there. I'm next to the Fat Burger shit. This when Nip first
when he first passed
away.
So this is 2019.
So we going out there, we chilling, we vibing, and a nigga come up to me like, yo, cuz.
Right.
You riding around in a G-Wagon and you this. I'm like, so? Fuck is you talking about? Nigga, I can come in a G-Wagon. What's up?
Right.
Do you want a shot of Remy? That's when I used to drink the brown and shit.
Right.
My man Leak. Shout out my man Leak.
Yo, dog.
Chill.
Yeah.
And this me being young-minded and just stupid because it's like.
It can't happen.
You know where you know when. You just be thinking sometimes like it's only a hood in my hood. It's a hood everywhere.
I'm glad, yeah, niggas die. No.
And my man I called my man. He like, bro, you know where you at?
Fact.
I said no. He said, bro, you in the trenches right now. Yeah. I'm like, all right, let me get up out of there. Cause you know the first thing one of the niggas said when I went in the Fat Burger, he said, yo, cuz, you a rapper? I'm like, no, bro. What the fuck? I ain't no rapper. But they just
your aura,
maybe
it was
that
fresh.
Type of shit. Yeah,
everything was lined up.
How you carry yourself?
Yeah. So
they target that type of shit.
Yeah, but definitely, I just think like how you made that. You acknowledged the fact that you was out there. You still had that Philly arrogance, but we have to humble ourselves when we go into these different environments. Like when I came here, I told you, I'm my head on the swivel. For one, I come in here with the juice. You see, I got the juice outside. So for jersey tags. Yeah. So from the rip, it's like, oh, lick. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So when I'm looking, as I'm getting myself together in the wheel, I see a tinted wheel behind me, and I'm paying attention because I said, oh, if he gonna blitz, I'm ready to. You gonna have to hit me in my head, but whatever. But so it's like. We come into these environments and we think, oh yeah, I can move the same way I move in Trenton, where I can lead a car run into the bodega and everything good. Niggas know, that's Graham car. Nah, out here, oh, jersey tags, oh, nigga don't know where he at. He don't know this a hot block. Yeah. So I'm asking you, yo, I parked on Brooklyn, nigga, what's good? Yeah. Nah, Graham, all right, cool, let's go. And matter of fact, come with me. I got, you know what I mean? Yeah. So it's like, it's the same thing. Listen, this is a PSA to all these tough niggas in every hood. When you go to niggas' hoods, it ain't about the check-in, but know a real right in that hood that's gonna guide you and give you some knowledge of where not to go.
And you
know
just gotta know who you with and all that as well. Cause it's like I feel like anybody that come around me, I feel like now I'm responsible for you.
Facts.
You feel me? So we don't want none of that on
Nah, but definitely, man. What you got?
So how you feel about them platforms though? Them certain type of platforms that get at that negative energy on trying to get people to tell about the incriminating stuff and all that.
I'm gonna tell you like this, man. When I got into this podcast shit, I was looking at $1 million worth of game, Breakfast Club, Joe Buttons. That's the lane I wanted to get in. Trying to get your name out there, I ended up with Hassan Campbell. I ended up, you know what I mean? I ended up on the West Coast because they was the niggas accepting me. Yeah. So I went and played in the mud, respectfully. Right. And it's like, I'm going to keep it tall. At that time, I'm saying, damn, I came in this bitch trying to be like a real, how did you grow up? But I ended up, fuck you, and I'm like, how did I get here? You feel me? What I'm telling you is that podcasting, going viral and all of that, people chase that moment. But sometimes you could lose yourself. Right. So when I realized I was losing myself, I had to bring it back, especially being Muslim too. Certain ways you got to carry yourself as a Muslim, not only that, as a father, as a man. And this podcast stuff will make you come out of your character just for numbers, views, and things like that. Because when I would do a good podcast with my co-hosts and we would have real good conversations with people, we check the views, it's 78 views on that motherfucker, right? But when I looked at the bullshit I was in, it's thousands. And I said to myself, like Jay-Z said, truthfully, I want to rhyme like common sense, but I did 5 mil. And I ain't been rhyming like common sense. Yep. You dig me?
Facts.
So that means, Jay-Z, no, I gotta sell you death, murder, kill. Shake that ass. When I come over here and talk about the moons, the stars, God body, It's 100 views on
I don't wanna hear
that.
that
So
bullshit.
I'm gonna ask you, what do you think the viewers want to see?
Bullshit. They want to hear the controversy. They love drama. People love controversy.
Right.
That's the biggest platform. If
Right.
you're doing a podcast, the biggest thing they love is controversy,
Right.
gossip, shit, whatever the messy thing
Right.
that's going on right now.
I feel like it depends on the demographic and
Okay.
it depends on your audience.
Right.
It depends on where people are in their life currently.
Facts.
We definitely gravitate toward negativity. It's just normal, bro.
Yeah.
But we got an equal balance.
Yeah.
We bid a lot, we play around a lot.
Right.
I don't really entertain the dumb shit too much.
Right.
Like I don't ask people like controversial
Right.
shit on here, but it's just you gotta have that equal balance, bro.
Yeah.
You can't be just serious all the time.
And you can't be too safe. Because I'm noticing if you look at your comments, they'll be like, he had such and such on there, but he ain't asked him nothing about this. Oh, yeah, I ain't fucking with them. They scary. So the fans will tell you that. So now you got to say, if I have a certain guy on there, say if, like, even me, I told y'all who I'm bringing on Monday, right? I have to bring up certain situations.
You better.
You dig me? Or to the viewers, it's a wasted interview.
Facts.
You brought them on here. You had the chance for me to hit subscribe, but because you played it safe, I'm gonna go to keep it 100 because they keep it tall.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I don't mind making niggas uncomfortable.
Right.
And it's like, you seen our shit. Shout out to Quilly. We straight ass. I told Quilly,
Yeah,
like, bro, that last shit was
yeah.
some bullshit, bro.
Right.
I'm gonna tell niggas the
Right.
truth.
Right.
And it's like, it's not like we just keep it 100.
Right.
You gotta tell the truth.
And we
bro.
asking you questions that we see. Like
Yeah.
we're not pulling up like bullshit allegations and nothing. This is shit that's documented. It's been already recorded.
Right.
It's already been recorded. Like, yo, bro, like if somebody
Yeah.
said this, I wanna know how you feel about it.
But let me
know
ask
what
you
I'm
this: do you feel like if you ask him a question and he go left, right? Say he go left on whoever you talking about, and then it leads to some gangster shit the next week.
I gotta stand on what I say.
Do you feel responsible for something that happened to that man or the other man?
No. And I'm gonna tell you this.
Yeah,
I'ma
because
tell
I
you
think that
I'ma tell
podcast have to know.
I'm gonna tell you this right now. So
Right.
for everybody who want to come at bloggers for
Right.
doing their job
Right.
and just asking a question,
Right.
that's on y'all, bro. Y'all gonna get whatever y'all looking for, I guess. But it's
Right.
like I always told him, like, look, you seen our Oskino joint,
Right, yeah.
And I told you from the jump,
Right.
Oskino said something about an old head that ratted on him,
Wow.
and he was like backing it.
Yeah.
egging
And
it
I'm
on.
like, you can't do that.
Yeah, you
was
Can't
bad.
do that
It was bad.
because it's like now this person got probable cause to call you out or like, bro, we around.
Yeah.
So this person can say something to you. When a nigga telling a story and
talk.
calling somebody out, I don't ad lib. I
Right.
don't say nothing, bro, because I don't know these niggas.
Facts.
Like it's been plenty times niggas done came on here and said shit about niggas, and I tell people like, bro, come on, chill with that shit.
Right.
But sometimes it get to that. We interview street niggas.
Right.
But
I
I'm
mean-
not piggybacking.
Yeah, but I mean, all I'm saying is that when it comes off of your platform and it goes viral, just say Quill say something crazy and it do 1 million on your YouTube, right? You benefited off of that. But just say if it lead to some shootout shit, you and him, y'all like King of Pressure. You know what I'm saying?
right.
Y'all, you know what I mean? Like, how do you feel about
I don't
that?
feel no way. That's on him. That's like me. That's
Right.
like me giving Quill some work, and you get locked up after that.
Right.
That ain't got nothing to do with me.
And this is what I tell niggas, right? Because the black podcaster is his job is at risk all the time, right? But you never seen a nigga from Philly or Jersey or Delaware or New York punch Matt Lauer in the face.
Nope. Not once.
But for us though, we get punched in the face for some shit that happens on our podcast. But nobody runs down on Matt Lauer when he say they just arrested the whole ABM. Them niggas was selling bricks 100 miles an hour.
Right.
But if they see him down on motherfucking near the link, they not swinging on
But
Matt.
bro, it's just like we program. You know that they've been programming us since we were children. So
Right.
it's like niggas will throw trash in their neighborhood all day, but go in a white neighborhood and pick that shit up. They'll
Right.
pick random trash up.
Right.
So
So
they
you
switch their
saying
whole
that?
grammar up.
So you saying we agreeing that the white media, like a Adam 22, they don't get held accountable to the standards that black podcasters do.
They don't because niggas are confrontational with their own kind, bro. That's just it is what it is. It's like
Yeah.
niggas not going to challenge a white boy. They're not going to hold a white boy to the same standard.
Yeah.
You feel me? It's like, bro, you from down the way, bro.
Right.
You shouldn't be doing that shit.
Right. But this is what I'm saying, though. We got the same title, journalism. So if we both are, white, black, Puerto Rican, whatever, if we all fall under journalism, why am I held to street standards for doing a
because
job?
people know the consequences that come with if you touch this white man. And
Right.
they know the consequences if they want us to kill each other.
Hold up.
So they know you touch that black man.
Yeah.
Go ahead, cook. But if you touch that black, that black man,
Right.
it might not nothing happen. You might get away with this. But if I touch that white man,
I'm going to ask y'all a better question. Are y'all civilians?
yes.
I'm a civilian.
I'm a civilian. I'm a civilian.
So will you real that?
Huh?
Will y'all real that?
I got a code I live by. No, because
No. I'm gonna tell you this. Mind your
This
fucking.
one going viral right here.
I mind my motherfucking business, nigga.
No.
I mind my business.
You can't do the civilian and then say you can't rat. A civilian
What are
gets
you talking about?
You can't say
Hold,
you can't
time out.
call.
What is ratting? What you
No, what I'm
like,
saying
can
is
I
this:
rat?
as a civilian, if you leave this studio and somebody robs you and harms you, and you get a good glimpse of the gentleman, can you real that?
first of all,
I can,
Or
but
you
I'm
taking
not.
it to the
I'm
streets?
not. Listen to me, bro. I'm just programmed a different way. If
Okay.
I see you, nigga,
Right.
I just want to. You see how my fist
Right,
balling
right,
up?
right.
Like it's just.
But
That's
I'ma
just
tell you
something
this.
in me. I don't.
Once we use that word civilian. Now I'm not saying because there's some civilian niggas that'll put you underground.
absolutely.
But what I'm saying is once we use the word civilian and we no longer identify with street politics, then we are governed by civilian rules when we are victims of a crime, right or wrong?
Now that's a double standard. Only why I say that because
Okay.
I'm a civilian, but I also got like some brothers that's like really in the streets.
But
They
you
got-
not.
Hear me out.
Okay.
Hear me out. But they got told on.
Right.
So, and I know what it did to the family. I know what it did to my mom. I know what it
Right.
did to my dad.
Right.
I seen what that could do to change a whole culture, a whole life. Just me, even if that even came across my mind,
Yeah.
that shit not even a repercussion on that other person,
Right.
even on me. I gotta live with that. I gotta walk around with that. So I could die today, tomorrow. I got kids. That my
Right.
kids get even full of repercussions.
So
to
I'm gonna
that.
tell you on
So
Keep It
it's-
100 podcast, you are no longer a civilian. You're a street guy who's still governed by street politics.
No, it's not street rules.
You are because you don't
A
identify.
civilian that's follows street politics.
He's serving two masters. At the end of the day, you're Muslim, right?
Right.
You can't be Muslim and Christian. It's one or the other.
No, but I'm a civilian. Like I pay my taxes. I do everything. I'm following.
Listen,
the rules.
street nigga,
But
bro.
all right.
but I'm not breaking the law.
So hold
Okay.
up, civilian.
Right,
Somebody trying to enter your home.
right. Well,
I like what Fletcher Cox did.
What's that?
He called the cops.
Right.
This guy's banging on my door. He's trying to enter my home. If he
Right.
comes through here, I'm going to blow him through the door.
That's right.
I'm sitting right
Right.
here with a shotgun.
Right.
I'm going to do the proper precautions to.
Right.
I'm gonna give you an example. I don't care what niggas think of me. I know who I am as
There
a
you
man.
go.
So it's like it was a nigga calling my phone over a woman,
Right.
like harassing me, right?
Right.
I told him, I said, bro, you're scaring me.
Damn.
So it's like I might have to like report this to the local authorities just just in case I have to kill you.
Yeah.
Like my ass is covered. You feel me?
Right.
Did I or not say that to the nigga? I said I
Right.
sent him the text like,
Yeah,
because this dude is harassing me over a girl, bro.
Right. Nah, it happens. It happens.
So it's like, I mean, I don't know, bro.
I want to put that out because a lot of people, I've seen so many podcasts where brothers that I consider myself a guy that left the streets. You feel me? I've seen my close friends go to jail for 20 years, 10 years. I've seen them murdered, right? And I say to myself, when they come home out of prison and I see them get their forklift license, whatever that shit is, and they doing good, right? And I say, damn, my man did 10 years now. He a forklift driver. He got a baby. He trying to do his big one, right? None of that shit matters, what he did in the streets, Billy. He can't go to the bank and say, I stood tall like City Hall down Graterford, whatever. It don't matter, right? So at the same time, if you survive shootouts, jail, prison, all of that shit, and you able to raise these babies, you consider yourself a civilian, but you still running with rules that don't matter.
It's not really, you're not really running with the rules because you understand
Right.
you understand the culture and you
Right.
understand what's going on because even if you're a civilian, you still understand what this could do. Like auntie, your mom, grandmom, and all them, they don't care about that because they text me and they see what's going on.
Facts.
They want their kids to grow up in a great neighborhood.
Right.
If we growing up, we been through the hood. Ain't nobody stopped them bullies from fucking you up.
Right.
Ain't nobody stopped such and such from shooting on this corner.
Facts.
Ain't nobody do that. So you already programmed.
I know what he's saying
Yeah,
though,
I
bro.
get
It's
it.
I'm
like,
gonna just say it like this. I'm gonna tell the world. If you ever was a street nigga, you never really gonna be a civilian.
Yeah.
Because
It's
you're not
hard.
gonna real that. You're not. I'm gonna tell you right now. I'm a civilian, but I'm not telling.
Yeah, you can't.
I'm not.
you
But guess
still-
what? That means that I'm not really being who I am. Because right now we pushing 50. I don't know about you.
I'm 33.
Okay.
I'll be 30. I'm 33. I'll be 30.
Oh, so y'all young, but like I told you, I'm in my 40s. 50 is in the scope for me. Who do I owe?
I know, bro.
I hear you.
We not on a tight time to where like. Remember, I asked
Yeah.
King Erna that shit.
Right? Yeah. He was funny.
I'm not going like I
Yeah.
will call the police.
Right,
If I
okay.
see a woman in distress, I will
Right.
call the police, bro.
Right.
There's nothing wrong
And
with
you,
that.
and you can look, you can keep your head up, knowing you could go to your block and they say, "Yo, paperwork came out. RB the one pulled the strings on homeboy. He got booked. He up Dallas Pink Palace now because of
Man,
RB."
listen, that
Now-
nigga put a woman in the trunk, nigga.
Right.
Calling the police,
And my
bro.
pop told me. Listen,
But
my
listen,
pop
King
told me-
Ernest said, "Call the ambulance."
King Ernest. This how we do it.
Don't call those physics.
Yeah.
But you gotta think about it. Certain people been traumatized by police. King
Right.
Erna probably done been beat up by police.
Yeah.
People that like he
Right.
used to cops just doing fucked
Right.
up shit to him.
Right.
I haven't had those interactions with
Right.
police.
See, I just want to put the message out there because I think that old niggas like us in this demographic, I don't care if you're 32, 34, 35, you're washed out here. Niggas is 17 out here with switches and they got a pack on them and they'll turn your TV off, right? So at the end of the day, what I'm saying is, right, when do we get to enjoy just living, staying out the fucking way?
When you get out the way.
I'm gonna say
You
all
gotta
the
get out the
You gotta
way.
get out the
Right.
I'm gonna tell you this because
Right.
I was just thinking that. That's
Right.
crazy you said that. I'm
Right.
like, when can I get away from
You
certain
asked
people?
that question. You said, when do we get to a point? I don't know who you was talking. I think you was talking to Erner. You said, when do men get to a point where they're old enough to leave the streets and they're not governed by those rules?
I said that to Oskino.
Oh, Skino. And yeah.
So I be thinking about this shit, but I just feel like because you see how you might have evolved before some of your friends evolved,
Right.
and your mindset changed. You see where we at right now?
Right.
It's like I'm saying like where we at, like
Yeah.
the street. We still around.
Facts.
So, but our mental is here,
Right.
but people still have access to us.
Yeah.
You feel me? So they want to they still going to come around with that mindset, and it's like if you truly want to get away from that, you got to get away from that shit.
Can a nigga call your
So where they
phone right
can't
now and say,
access
yo,
you.
clip up, we got beef?
No,
Can a nigga call your phone and say, yo, clip up, niggas on 16th Street tripping? Is you getting in the car? Or you doing a trade for Boys in the Hood?
I can't-
Hey,
I
dope,
can't
let
even-
me out.
I can't even lie. Honestly, it's the circumstances.
You on the fence.
Cause only why I say that because
Right.
certain shit, certain lines don't get crossed.
Right.
So if somebody do something to somebody's mom, their kid, I'm coming.
Okay, I got you. Okay.
You know
I
what
mean,
I'm
we
saying?
all gonna do
Yeah,
that.
it's
But
just-
what about you? You're a father, right?
Yeah, I'm a father.
So you got
you
your
got
own
your
kids.
own mom and your own.
You got your
kid.
own kid. This is where the game changed.
They do.
When I know Raheem want me to pull up and jump in the back of the whip with the strizat, right? And I know my little babies is like, when dad go do that, he potentially he ain't gonna be in our life.
But I'm gonna also ask that question before I get in that car.
Okay, what?
What am I doing? What is this for? Is this a real reason, or is this because she sucked a nigga last week?
Right.
Or is this because
Bro, you crazy as shit.
No,
I'm not
You ain't
getting
going,
it.
yeah.
Fuck no, bro.
No, but
You
it's
a
certain
grown ass
lines don't get
man, bro.
crossed.
I understand, but you see, this
what
is
I'm saying,
these
somebody
conversations need to be had because this is what black men face every day.
Facts.
It's only a thin line between the right thing and jail for us. That's it. Every day we get up, we can make one bad decision, and we in CFCF.
Facts.
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 The same niggas we associate with, we might have a nigga that go grab every day, right? He say, take this ride with me.
No.
You see that? But but look how cool that was.
You lying.
It's a summer day.
Bro.
Listen, it's a summer day. You fresh, he fresh. He come through in that thing. Hey, yo, take this ride. You thinking you just jumping in, going to get some bitch ass? He dirty, though. He dirty. It's something in the trunk. It just so happens that fucking feds run down soon you get in the wheel.
But they got to stand on that. And if the nigga in the feds, they already got that indictment playing, so I ain't in that indictment.
But when they catch you in the brick in the car, you in it.
Technically. But you better stand on that.
Niggas ain't.
If not, we gonna run.
I'm gonna tell you what nigga. I'm gonna tell you what I know niggas gonna say. They gonna go French on you, nigga. We could beat it. They just put we. They just said, nigga, we can beat this.
Whoop your ass every day.
Yeah.
The whole time we're going up there, we're gonna fight.
RB, I'm just giving you these scenarios of what we go through as black men on media. We try to be journalists, and we still held the street thug nigga rules.
That's what these niggas be going through. I had a mom to where she instilled certain shit in me, bro.
Right.
Don't go around them. Don't go in their house. Don't let them ride your bike. They ain't gonna replace it if they fuck it up. Don't get in the car with this person. If you get in the car with them, you did. Bro, I knew responsibilities. I knew consequences early on as a kid.
Right.
He just a nice nigga. So he's just gonna let niggas do certain shit.
I can tell he love his hood.
He just love niggas. He just love his friends.
I just love,
I don't be like caring about these niggas that much. I care. I'm a selfish nigga.
Right.
So it's like
I knew when you said you had 3 baby moms. I knew. I knew you was Dirt Diggler. When I heard that, I'm a real fan. I'm a real fan. When a nigga told me, when he said, yo, nigga, I go to 3 towns to pick up my kids, nigga. I hit Delaware, Southwest, and then I go up motherfucking Erie Avenue, nigga. Wherever he said, I said, this nigga's an ill. He's the illest nigga in Nebraska.
I'm glad you said this, though. So look, I want to ask you
I'm from You Better Not Lie. I ain't come here to tell no lie. You Better Not Lie and keep it 100 is crazy. That's crazy work right there.
I'm glad you said that, bro.
He's a wild nigga, son. That's why my main man was threatening him because he want all the bitches. He want them all. That's why he was on your time. He's like, yo, you got 3. Let me get. Yeah, can I get one? Can I get one bitch ass? Like, damn.
Get some bitch ass.
Yo, this nigga got 3. What, mine too? Oh, see?
So
man.
I'm glad you said that,
Come on, bro. I came here to pod today, man.
My man, how did you come across Let's Keep It 100 podcast?
Let me tell you, Oskino. Okay. Because I did some work with Oskino on the pod. And I want to let y'all know Oskino an earner on this fucking YouTube shit. You put his name in the algorithm, it's going to go.
We talked about that.
Yo. So when I seen y'all interview, I like y'all style because it's like unorthodox. It's not like so many like straight bullshit Jay-Z questions. Y'all talking real hood shit with him. And he just seemed comfortable like y'all was his young niggas, you know what I mean? So when I seen that, I was like, yo, this is fire right here. So I tapped in and then I started seeing y'all do other shit. The TK Kirkland shit really made me a fan. Because I was on the phone with him and TK, your number was crazy for me. But when I talk to these niggas, and you from Jersey, TK. I'm gonna call you when I get up here. But when I seen the TK shit, I was like, oh, these niggas got TK. So we don't have to elaborate, but was he in town when y'all called him or he was in Philly?
You know what's crazy? I've been hit TK up a year before. You know, he older.
Yeah, I know.
So it's like TK, you don't be checking that shit like that.
Right.
I hit TK a year before.
Right.
Then I seen that he was coming to Philly again, hit him back up. The nigga wound up using the number I been gave him. Right. I was like in a bad mood that day. He called me. Right. He said, damn, nigga. Right. I'm about to, he said, damn, you sound depressed like a motherfucker. I'm about to change my mind, nigga. You know how TK talk. I'm like, oh, shit, it's TK. I'm like, no, what's up? Hold on.
Kevin, TK Kirkland.
Let's go viral. You know what I mean? I'm just saying, he left me a message. You feel me? Because I called him and I was trying to book him. You know what I mean? He called me back. He's like, yo, Kev, talk to me, baby. What you gonna do for me? You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, I think when I called him, he was in LA. So it was to bring him here. But like y'all caught him in Philly.
Gotta wait till a nigga come to the city.
Right, yeah. Nah, that's dope. Dope interview, by the way. I watched that shit. But nah.
And the crazy thing is we got cut out a whole 30 minutes. I had a great intro for that nigga and all.
Why you had to cut it?
Cause our engineer, he didn't.
That shit got bad.
So y'all only had that what we saw is just what that's
Bro,
what.
I had a whole 30. I had a whole dope ass. Bro, that's my old.
And
head,
did y'all
bro.
have to pull up on him?
No,
He pulled up on us. I fuck with TK a street nigga, man.
Of course.
He a street nigga.
I like his love though.
Yeah, nah, that's fine.
But look, I want to ask you,
Yeah.
what's your favorite interview and what was like your worst interview doing this podcast shit?
Okay, I'm gonna tell you this, right? My favorite interview was Oskino.
Okay.
And I say that because I've been a fan of Oskino, but then when I met him, and he just came, like the cousin at the cookout, yo. Yeah. Like he sit down, he gonna challenge you, and you don't even not know it. You gonna laugh with him, but that was my best interview to date. But the comment said that we was too Joe. You know what I'm saying? I think you know how like you get was our like really first big interview. So it was like we was excited. I was hyped. Sometimes I overtalked. So that's what I had to learn to work on, let niggas cook. When you bring niggas on, let them cook. You know what I'm saying? The more old talk, the more this shit gonna go viral. The more I cut him off. Yeah, when the more I cut him off, the more the viewers like, fuck you. You know what I'm saying? We want to hear him. And that got me mad too, because I said, motherfucker, I'm somebody too, nigga. Like, yeah, I paid for this nigga.
You ain't
they don't
give a fuck
once
you
though.
Put Oskino in that bio.
There you go.
Huh? You put Oskino in that bio, they coming to see him.
There you go. And I had to understand that when you bring a guest on, it's about them. And my worst interview, I would say, and I don't mean worse in a bad way. I think that when I sat down with Dutch from Major Figures, Dutch got upset at me because I was asking too many Jay-Z questions. You know what I mean? Because Dutch got that history with Jay-Z. You know, the Major Figures got that history of, you know, like where Jay was going to sign them and they went with state property. So I think that I was too hyped on Jay, and I feel even Jay one of my favorite rappers. So I was like, oh my God, how was it when you was around Jay-Z? Yeah. And Dutch was like this. He's a man like me and you. So that's how Dutch hit me. Fucked me up. And I'm like, and then when me and Dutch talked behind the scenes, he was like, yo, bro, like Jay-Z just a nigga just like me and you. He put his pants on one leg at a time. So
that's how I be looking at these.
Right. But for me, Hove is Hove. You know what I'm saying? That's how I felt. So I think that for that interview, I said to myself, okay, Graham, when you approach or you're asking these other artists a question, you know, make sure you don't pick a side. You feel me? Because my side was already picked. Like I was fanned out with Jay. And I think that was kind of like a turn off to Dutch. But Dutch, my bro, though, we talk all the time. It ain't like that was the worst interview because it did well, but I'm just talking about how I carried it. It ain't had nothing to do with Dutch. You know what I mean?
You ever been like you worked with a lot of people. You opened up for a lot of artists, like Rick Ross type shit.
Yeah.
You worked with Joe Budden and all that type shit.
Right. You
ever been starstruck by anybody?
Starstruck by somebody. I'm going to tell you, I met Scarface in Atlanta, the rapper Scarface, and I happened to be in the studio with him because I used to live in Atlanta. I was signed to a production deal down there, and I happened to just, you know how in Atlanta they got the studio has an A, B, C, D room. So I'm just one of the young. I'm 19 at the time, and I just happened to. I hear a beat playing in like the B room. I was the hungry rapper from Jersey. I just opened that motherfucker. It's producers in there, everybody, Corrupt and Dad's in there. They in there because they visiting in Atlanta. I seen a nigga with Henny in his hand. The whole bottle of Henny was Scarface, bro. Imagine though, I'm looking at this nigga like, and he like, they freestyling. So he like, yo, you got something? So I'm jumping in saying my shit. But when I left that room, this is the nigga that got my mom playing tricks on me. Like, this is that nigga. So I would say that was a nigga that I was starstruck. And then I was at Def Jam one day, and I'm freestyling outside with a rapper named Lady Luck. And Lady Luck battled Remy Ma back in the day. But let me tell you, Jay-Z walked out. Jay-Z walked out the Def Jam building and stopped and listened to us rhyme. And then when niggas looked over my shoulder, this niggas was like, yo, Jay behind you, son. Because I had some niggas from Jersey with me. I turned around, Jay was like, all right, I'm gone. I don't got no pockets. Because niggas was trying to, like, yo, listen to my music. Listen to, you know, he jumped into like some, I don't know if it was a Maybach, some crazy shit. But at that time, when I tell you, we was like this close. So it's like, but you think I'm a kid. I'm 20 probably at that time. And Hove was the biggest shit. ever. So
yeah.
those was a few moments I was starstruck. Jay-Z and Scarface. Yeah.
Do you feel like do podcasting get you closer to like some of the people that you want to?
I'm gonna say podcasting is my second wind at this shit. You feel me? Because as rappers, once you get a certain age, it's a young man's game. I heard you say that. I was mad at you about that, but it's okay. I'm gonna let you live tonight. But you know what I'm saying? Because you said, old niggas can't live out here. It's about young niggas. That's true. But
Did I say that?
yes, you did. Because you did say that. You said that on one of your podcasts. I think, because I don't know who you was talking to, but I don't know if it was Erner, but you was talking about the young rappers. It's all about them, and old niggas don't. He was like, old niggas don't make sense nowadays. It don't make sense to be an old rapper. I'm gonna send you the clip though. Yes, you did. It was nasty work, but I took it in.
I still listen to
But
Fab.
my point being made is that the question you were saying is like you said, podcasting is my second win, and I would say that they can't put an age limit on media. That's what I like. You know what I'm saying? If you look at Howard Stern, them niggas about 70, still cooking. You feel me? That's why I love about this shit, because I still get to be connected to entertainment without the stigma of, that nigga ain't that nigga. That nigga still rapping, or you know what I'm saying? You can't really do that with podcasting. It's like,
you lose your passion for it?
No, I still get busy from time to time, but it's more of a hobby with me, and I control it. Like for instance, I interview O. And then because I'm such a fan, I spent the block like, we gotta get in the studio. Yeah. Me and him did a record. So, and I did the same thing with Young Buck. I had Young Buck come on the pod, and then after we vibed and we did the joint, we changed numbers, and I said, Buck, I gotta get a record with you. He said, pull up. Let's get it.
Oh, that's a good joint.
So by the time I get done, I fuck around have an album with all the greats. Yeah. But guess what? Nobody got hurt. You know what I'm saying? And I did it my way without looking like the 40-year-old nigga standing in line at the open mic. You dig me?
Yeah, facts.
So that's kind of how I carry it.
What you think about people not believing in you, not seeing your vision, because you came from the rap
to podcasting,
to the podcast, and what you think about people? Because, and I think I heard you say this, and I gravitated toward that, because people would say, you actually paid him to come on your platform.
Facts, yeah.
Talk about that.
I'm gonna tell you, it's fucked up when. Like that moment that I said that, I was letting people know, especially like you guys, y'all go through that shit. You want to share your accomplishments with your friends. Or if you getting ready to bring a dope artist on your pod, you want to get your friends' input. But like Homeboy said, I think that if people don't share the same space we in, maybe we shouldn't tell them our business. You know what I'm saying? But I think paying an artist to come on. See, podcasting has turned into features now. It's like what rappers get as features, shows, they get bookings. So at the end of the day, you can't expect a Quilly, a Oskino, a Dutch, a Young Buck to come and sit down with you for free. You're a nobody. Right. And at the end of the day, if you put out content with them, it's going to make you money, and they have no benefit. So I look at it as me paying. I look at it as an investment in my podcast and in my brand. So my friends look at it like that nigga was out 20 years ago. Who gives a fuck about him? I don't feel like that though. I feel like, you know what I'm saying? Like, nah, that nigga's still a star to me, because guess what? He had a record deal 20 years ago, but if you go search his name on the internet, he's doing crazy numbers. He's an earner. He's figured out a way how to stay in the algorithm and keep himself relevant. You know what I mean? So I think that what Esso said to me about why am I telling people my business, see, his critique may have been harsh, but it was correct. Because if your friends ain't adding to your shit, why the fuck do you care about their opinion? You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to our homie Leak. Like when we tell Leak somebody coming on, Leak could be like, "Yo, dog, I know about such and such," and Leak could give us questions to ask the person.
Right.
Like out of all people, he even offered to pay some money. Like
that's
Leak
dope.
Leak a real
friend. He be like such and such. We like, we want to get such and such on. He said, I got the nickel, or I got 250.
You see?
Or I got this.
See? And who's Leak? That's y'all the homie.
That's my man.
Okay.
He actually started the podcast with bro.
Right.
Like, but he stopped.
But he talked like he got peanut butter in his mouth, so he can't elaborate on.
No Diddy.
Shout out my man Leak.
So he got the passion. He just ain't got the voice.
Yeah. He behind the scenes.
But he get like when we say something about, yo, we want to get such and such on, or he like the first person. If we post somebody like, yo, how y'all get such and such on? Or how y'all get?
Yeah.
This person, he like, oh, bro, I'm proud of y'all.
Right. So let me ask y'all, because I'm a podcast and we in the same space in a sense. Is it, when people reach out, is it always about the dollar for y'all? Like when they reach out, is it like, I want to fuck with y'all, but what's y'all budget? What's y'all number?
I'm going to tell you this. So it's like a lot of people have been reaching out because we getting a little known.
Right, hell yeah.
So
don't say a little, don't put little. Dutch told me this. Don't put little on your shit, my nigga. You the biggest.
I don't be trying to be big.
Nah, nigga, if you carry telling me I'm that's arrogant. Like a nigga tell you tell your man, you be like, yo, I just copped the car. Yeah, I see that little Honda you got. Why you gonna put little on my Honda?
I know what you're saying. I know
you know what I'm saying?
But I mean, like, we getting out there.
Right.
So it's like people like come to us and what was your question again?
No, I'm saying like, do y'all listen, I got you. I'm saying, do y'all get the like when people ask y'all like about
the numbers and
the
shit.
numbers, yeah.
All right, so it's like if you want bullshit,
yeah,
you propagating gangsterism,
right?
I ain't really fucking with you. Or if you want to come up here, you can't be on that because I don't do that. Like when Broad Day came up here,
yeah,
it was a young boy that came in my DM,
right?
Like, damn, Rob, you gonna let him say that about me, bro?
Wow.
But I knew them since childhood. Like I used to play 2K with these young boys.
Right.
So it's like, it's consequences behind that shit. So y'all, I'm not just accepting any type of check.
Right.
I ain't no whore. I ain't just taking any type of money.
But y'all don't edit? If you know somebody says something crazy.
I take a lot of shit out.
But you don't, some shit you don't, we really don't.
Sometimes it's like, bro, it's like, bro, I ain't gonna lie. Like,
y'all call it keep it 100, so I don't think y'all can edit.
I gotta take certain stuff out because it's like, all right, certain shit can be like detrimental. So niggas say crazy shit. We be drinking this shit.
Right, hell yeah.
So I don't want nobody names and shit. And I'm aware of like victims, like people, family members gotta hear this shit. I'm not letting you pop it at nobody family members and they folks died and all that type shit.
Yeah.
So I'm very conscious. I'm very aware of that type of stuff, bro. A price, I don't give a fuck how much money you got.
Right.
You gonna abide by these rules, nigga, once you come in here. I don't give a fuck who you are.
But are y'all opposed to paying? Because people need to know that. I think there's podcasters out there that may see us, see your platform, see mine, and they say, I could do that. But then they do 5 episodes, and then they try to reach out to niggas and think niggas gonna come on the arm, and niggas say no, and they feel offended.
What you mean? Like people want you to
like,
come on?
I'm just saying, just like you may be inspiring the next podcast from Philly, right? They watch you bring Quilly, everybody up here, and they say, yo, I could do the same thing, keep it 100 too. But when it comes time to doing the business, they may want to take the approach of feeling slighted or disrespected if somebody asks them for money to come on their show. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Do y'all ever go through that? Like, do y'all ever feel like you have to kind of do that to compete? You got to have the guests to compete.
I feel like, so I personally, I feel like that we should have to pay to come on nobody's platform. Right. Because right now, like you say, you don't put nothing little on it. Right. We're like one of the biggest podcasts in the city right now. I'm just being always honest, fucking humble. Yeah, definitely. No, bro, he be trying to be humble.
Yeah. Now, y'all definitely making a stand.
Because I feel like we wanted to, I say we top 3 in the city.
Yeah, but this is what I say. So I always tell people, don't focus on the city. We want to focus on the world.
On the world. But I'm just saying, right now, like geographically, like that we can see that because we don't know what's going on outside the city and all that. But I'm just saying where we can see. So I feel like we're not paying y'all to come on your platform, and with certain people we shouldn't pay y'all to come on either. But I feel like you said earlier when we was talking about the Bumblebee stuff. Yo, if you coming on here, I might take 5 followers from you. Yeah. Or you might take 3 from you. Like we might get your Jersey audience. That's a fact. You might get the Philly audience. Right. So at the end of the day, we helping each other.
That's a fact.
So it shouldn't be always about money. Right. It's all about we trying to both expose each other on a certain level. It's like, you know what I'm saying?
So here's another question. Do you feel you and R&B can hold it by yourself and y'all don't need guests sometimes? Because the question also came up when I was up in New York that sometimes you don't need guests. It's really about your topics. Have y'all ever did a show where, it wasn't about the guests, y'all just had fire topics and they went through the roof?
We didn't. Our actual show.
No. We had to do.
Just you and him, no guests.
Yeah. It was us. The clips.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I'm just saying.
That's went up because I was calling out the old niggas who be targeting young women.
He said the little dog. You want the little girl.
Wow. And that went crazy?
The clips went crazy. Okay. But the episode on YouTube didn't go crazy. But
that's what I'm saying.
It did good though, but it didn't go like. It didn't go crazy. Like I got shout out to Amanda. I got like it was just random, like a Spanish girl that I knew from back in the day.
Is that the episode where she said she only date the black girl?
Yeah.
I love that.
She got like 60K views on YouTube.
Yeah, she did. She did. I'm gonna tell you why. It's relatable because we brothers and we love the mommies. When I seen y'all, when I was going through y'all shit, I said, "Oh, boom!" That was one of the first ones. For one, she fire.
And she look good. She look good,
fire.
Right? Look good.
I was
Shout
like,
"Oh,
listen, I'm gonna tell y'all, I only date Spanish bitches, bro. My baby mom's Spanish.
Man, he about to get paid.
Yeah. Listen, hold up. Listen, respectfully, and I'm gonna keep it tall. I'm gonna go on your podcast and say North got the best bitches in Philly. You heard? Respectfully, and they mommies. North got the best mommies in Philly. Hands down. I had two from North.
Yeah, they might come fresh off the boat.
Fire. One from Meat Block, Burke Street. Go crazy.
So what do you look for in a woman when you approach
I'm gonna tell you what I like. I like a woman that's submissive. And I don't mean remember, we Muslim men, right? So Allah says anything that's easy for us is good for us, right? So at the end of the day, I don't want the combative. I don't want the woman that wants to be seen and she's on every scene and she, she don't appreciate you. And RP, I want to talk to you because you be talking like a hurt nigga, son. I'm talking about you've been through, some bitches hurt you. I watch a lot of your shows. They hurt you because you be saying like, yo, these bitches, you be going in on these bitches, right? You do. You be cooking on them. I'm just saying you've been hurt in your day.
I've been hurt one time.
That's it?
Yes, but it's like I be speaking from I don't be trusting girls because of the stuff that I'm able to do.
And I hear that when you talk.
The stuff that I do, like the nigga that was calling my phone is because I did something with his bitch.
Right, I understand.
And I didn't know that was his chick, you feel me?
So you ain't speaking from the point of hurting, you're from hurting others.
Yes.
Damn! I had you all wrong. RB. I felt like he went through what I went through, but he's the guy, he's the he getting shush booty. Like she telling you, shh. While the nigga from jail on the phone.
He revenge pussy. That's revenge pussy.
Listen, I had a nigga, I went to Delaware State. Shout out to all my niggas in Dover. But you remind me of a guy I went to college with, my man from Jersey. His name is Pretty Ricky Fontaine, is what they call him. When I tell you and Pretty Ricky together, it's a problem. Like, that nigga he was breaking hearts out here. I'm talking about doing some of the most grimiest shit I ever seen done.
I'm not a bad guy,
yes,
though.
You are.
I'm honest.
Okay.
I'm honest with him. So it's like, all right, this not that.
Right.
Can't stay the night.
Right.
We ain't on that.
Right.
So if you don't like that, I learned a long time ago, bro, as a kid. Probably at the, like, I'm going to say not a kid, but at the about 27, 28.
Right.
Because I don't want no more busted out windows and shit. Just tell them the truth. If they going to deal with it, they going to deal with it.
That's true. They always say keep it real, but some women can't handle the truth. If you tell a woman, I got hoes, nowadays these chicks are being in competition with you because they DMs is flooded too. So if you say, listen, I don't want that serious, I got hoes, right? And then she say, all right, cool. And then she show you how she get busy. Now you in your feelings.
It's about how you word things too.
Okay.
You ain't gotta say it like that, bro.
He said it's Dilsix everywhere.
And I'm not doing that neither. Like I'm not going through nobody's phone or none of that, bro. We not on that, man.
But it's still at that whole point.
But you said you've been heartbroken, so you done had
I've been through. I done been through a lot of stuff with these Millzuts. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna lie, Erner. I'm paying the toll. I'm using your word, but at the end of the day, I paid the toll, Erner. I came across the bridge. I paid the toll. But I've been through some stuff with these Millzuts, man. I'm not gonna lie to you, man. At the end of the day, it's like, it's crazy, man, because I'm gonna keep it real. Gilly said something on his live one day. He said, all y'all niggas keep running around trying to be a good dude. You know what I'm saying? The good dude does not win.
We never win.
The good dude.
I'm a good dude.
Come on, let's talk about it.
I said?
I had to up my savage because I was the nigga that really, like, when I lock in with you, we locked. I'm cutting my hoes off.
Everything.
You starting, baby. But then I started seeing like, damn, now I got you starting. You talking a little crazy now. Yeah. So at the end of the day, you got to pull it back. So that's all I'm saying is that I felt like I've been taken advantage of in my day. We all have. A nigga be fake to say a bitch ain't get out on him.
Everybody got out on him.
You know what I'm saying? He's quiet. I wonder, you never been got out on? God damn, he's a good one.
Who got out on me? I don't know nobody that got out on me.
What I mean, got out on you? Ain't never had nobody that.
It was because of something I done.
I know, but just say that you ain't never had a busted baby that you really love, that you really fuck with her, right? And she told you she was keeping it all the way solid, and then you found out that she had some other shit going on. Never happened to you in your 30-something years.
Only if I done something to her.
So you saying that, she got get backs?
Yeah, all my bitches get backs, but I'm a ain't shit nigga. They all know that.
Okay, all right, cool.
Bitches done came on here and said like,
you
look like you get a lot of bitches. Like, bitch, what type of shit is that to say?
You got a lot of kids.
Like, you just busting bitches.
Right. That's nasty work.
Crazy.
So, my man, you said you got tell us about who got out on you, man. You don't got name no names.
This shit don't never stop.
God damn. So, what are you gonna do different?
No, my savage up. Man.
You gotta up it. You gotta up
my
your
shit burnt. I'm burned out. Shout out to bro. Bro got me right.
He got you right. Okay.
Bro got me right. But he just got me right in the whole aspect of just period. Like he said earlier, I got a great heart.
Right.
So my heart go out to everybody.
Right.
I think everybody not on bullshit, and I got to start realizing that everybody. Some people.
So when you in love, you stop answering the phone for the bros.
No, I don't do that.
Oh, you don't do that?
No,
yes, he does. Niggas can't call you on a Friday night no more because you like this. We watching our show. Using Netflix and chill, nigga. Every Friday it is. No, nigga, I'm gonna tell you.
I still got stand on certain shit.
I'm gonna tell you, they love you when you going out with the fellas.
No, they don't.
I'm gonna tell you that. I'm gonna tell you they do because listen, I had to learn this from my pops. My pops said this to me, OG, right? Pops said, he said, never be always a fucking available for them bitches. Every time she called, hey, I was thinking about we getting something to eat. Hey, I'll be over there right now. I'm on my way. Yeah, no. You too available. Yeah, and she got you figured the fuck out. Yeah. But guess what? Imagine she called and she be like this, babe, let's go to King of Prussia. I'm going to eat in the mall, whatever. And listen, I can't do that today. I'm getting with RB today. You know, we're going to hit the gym and then we're going to go to Fridays, bust it up, watch the game. Right. She mad as shit. But guess what she know? You a man. Yeah. You turning down all that fly shit she on. Yeah. And you okay with her going with her girls. Because you know what I learned? Confidence is masculinity.
Facts.
You feel me? Confidence is masculinity. The weak shit is I'm securing this pussy every night. I'm coming over every day because I don't want you out.
No, you do what you want to do. I want that.
You have to. You have to.
And also you need your space.
There you go.
A lot of people don't realize that and big on that you really need your
Jay-Z said this. Once again, I told y'all I'm one of Jay's top fans. No Diddy, right? He said, I got relaxed, kicked my feet up, started dissing my friends. And that's when the ceiling fell in. You feel me? He was talking about it with a woman. That's the song he said, I went from Marcy to Hollywood and back again. Now think about the bars. He said, I got relaxed, kicked my feet up, started dissing my friends.
Kicking them out.
And that's when the ceiling fell in. That's when she said, this motherfucker ain't got shit to do on every Friday. He in the house with me. Be around me like a bitch.
It's a balance for me, bro. I like a balance of it. I ain't gonna lie. Like, the chick that I be dealing with, she like, you only calling me back around because you trying to lock in and save money. You don't want to go out no more and all that type of shit. I'm like, damn, she really know me. Because I really hit her up. Right. She cooking the dinner right now.
Right. Nah,
but it's like, I got to lock it. I can't just be chasing.
But I'm going to tell you, you've already exhibited to her that you on your own program.
Right.
You introduced her to your program. As long as we introduce women to our program, they will stay in line. The minute they running shit, you lost. Yeah. And that means when she say, babe, come over, and you like this, all right, I'm on my way. You on her program.
Yeah, she knows she got you.
Yeah, I ain't on nobody program.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm like a super self. I gotta stop being so selfish.
But no, listen, continue that, young man, because listen, you are going to have it your way. You know what I'm saying? If you don't conform, I know people, these bitches gonna be in the comments. Don't conform to doing what they want you to do because women love masculinity and masculinity is calm. Remember, it's like I'm gonna tell you another thing I used to do. We argue with bitches. Men don't argue.
You're not supposed to.
I say that all the time. I'm not arguing.
We
with
don't
no
argue.
women.
But
All
we've
right,
been told wrong because of TV. But at the end of the day, when she tripping, you supposed to be tightening your boots.
Yeah, I'm out.
Zoop,
And
zoop.
walking out
Hey,
the
listen,
door.
call me when you want to be sweet and kind to me.
Yeah, when you figure that shit out, I'll call me.
There you go. When you do, bitch, I smack shit out. That's an emotional response. No, they don't.
Some of them do.
It's an emotional response, and they say, I don't feel safe around him. You dig me?
Everybody got that one girl that's gonna get them out of character.
Oh, yeah.
We've all been there.
We've all
and
had
that's
to call
why
the
I
police
just gotta
at
get
times.
away.
Are you
Yeah,
a police caller? Because I call the police
I
on
call the
bitches.
police on the bitch. You got me
I
fucked.
gotta go.
I called the cops on the bitch and they like Mia.
Me too. Seriously? Oh, no, that never happened to me.
I said, listen, it's
Right.
all verbal. I just want the bitch to leave. And no, after that, that's when I stopped lying.
Right,
After that shit, because she popped up.
Right.
She at the door and
Right.
the bitch leaving out the crib.
Right. I had a girl go so cuckoo on me one day, right? I called Jake on her, and I'm going public. Y'all, yeah, I called Jake. I called Jake because she started tearing up my crib. So my thing is, bitch, I work hard for this nice shit in here. These TVs on the wall. Don't be trying to rip these TVs off, pouring juice on my couch. Ain't no way in hell. So I called Jake. I said, Jake, I ain't pressing no charges because I'm sturdy. I just want her to go.
Gotta go.
Gotta go.
So they come, make
What
her
year
go.
was this?
2000.
This back in the day.
Nah, this motherfucking 2022, nigga. Wow.
Cause like nowadays, like the cops be on the tight time, like we gotta take somebody. In.
No. In Jersey, they don't do that.
All right,
and I'm gonna
that's
tell you why. Cops are biased when it comes to women.
They know how women are.
If you calling the cops on a woman, I had cops running down on me like this. What we doing? You pressing charges? Nigga! You know damn well I ain't pressing charges.
Right.
He laughing. He's laughing because he want to see the bitch in the nigga. Yeah. I said, nah, I just want Shorty to leave. That's it. I said, he's like, what's her name? I said, well, she gonna have to tell you that. Nah, I just want her to go. Yeah. One day I come outside, I'm thinking she gone because Jake pulled off. She hit that motherfucking car like 80 miles an hour. I wasn't paying attention. She tried to take me out.
What did you do to this woman?
Huh?
What did you do to her? She tried to kill you.
Her whole thing was she said she couldn't work through her emotions that day. And she was a baddie too. She said she couldn't work through her emotions. She was so mad, she just wanted to scare me. So she said that was scaring me.
Well, bitch, you scared me, so you're done now.
I called her 2 days later, though. that toxic shit sometimes be all right.
He said that little pussy got some power.
Yeah, listen. That little kills that. But nah, keep it Joe though, right? She did that, but at the same time, I ain't gonna lie. Sometimes men, we respond to toxicity. I don't know why.
Nah, me, I don't like it, bro. I'm so scared.
Sometimes you like a toxic joint with some fire though. Firebox.
At one point in my life, I hated it.
Yeah. I can't do it now. I'm
Bro,
calm now.
I had a bitch catch me. It was makeup. Bitch, whole face left on a pillow. I'm a dirty nigga. I'll change sheets once a month. Bitch, whole face on a pillow, all makeup. She said, yo, let's makeup, da-da-da. Bitch was about to swing on me, but she caught herself.
Right.
She said, you don't even do this type of stuff. I'm just gonna leave. Cause I implant that in their heads early on. Like, you know what my biggest turn off is?
Violence. Yeah.
Violence,
right.
All the cursing. I don't even like my woman cursing around me. I lay all that shit down now, bro.
Right. I had to learn. I'm gonna tell you, YouTube teach niggas shit too. Cause you know, most niggas from the hood ain't grow up with their fathers like that. Like I had a late relationship with my pops. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but them niggas don't know how to tame they bitches neither.
Who, the YouTube niggas?
No, the pops.
Oh no, my pops came from the tribe of Smackahoe. They old school niggas always hit on women, and we don't support that here at Let's Keep It 100 podcast, or You Better Not Lie. But I'm just telling you what they did in the 70s. In the 70s and the early 80s, they put it down. Me, I ain't going to jail for nothing domestic. Like I can't do that. Nah, never. Nah, never. I didn't listen. I didn't did a therapeutic hug though. Therapeutic hug. Nah, just the whole,
Bear
like,
hug a
listen,
bitch.
I don't know no fucking Kiana.
No fucking Kiana.
You know what I'm saying? I didn't do the therapeutic hug in my day, but at the end of the day, it's like, listen, man, like I want to tell the young brothers out there, because young brothers don't have no chill. They will hit women. Masculinity is calm. You walk away, they respect you 100% more. You know what I mean?
Look, what happened with
What's that?
you and Hassan Campbell? Ain't that your man? And then y'all fell
Well, you
out
know,
or something?
listen, I'm gonna tell you, the Hassan Campbell situation was Hassan was one of the first YouTubers that I did business with, and then we developed a nice business relationship for like 3 years as far as us going live, making content together. I think where it went left is when I got down, like when I met Wack 100 and Luce, him and Wack had smoke because Wack allegedly had got his page taken down. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if you know about that. But at the time that I ran into Wack, Hassan and Wack had made their differences. But I think that I could say this now, that I think that Hassan was a little insecure about me growing as a podcaster. Remember, at that time, I got low followers, but I'm on the phone with the big dogs.
Right.
Wack, Luce, Academics. I'm talking to Flacco from No Jumper. So he figuring like, how is he doing all this shit? And he don't got the following I got. I think that he just kind of like, I don't know. It just seemed like he ain't want to see me grow. So he just, when we had that live that went down, he asked me to get Luce Cannon on the live, and I hooked it up. But when Luce Cannon got on the live, Luce gave the link to Wack. Haas didn't want Wack on the live. But Wack came up there, and it was peaceful. And then it went left when him and Wack started arguing over some shit that Hassan said. Hassan had said something about Ray J being, having a show about trannies. But you know, Wack manages Ray J. So he said, why you talking about Ray J, Haas? Like, that's my artist. And he was like, well, the nigga got trannies on his show. And then it went to a whole full-blown argument. And then Haas blamed me for bringing niggas on their platform when he asked me to bring them on. You feel me? And he just went off on me live in front of everybody. But it's just more like, I think it was like, you know how they tell you in the streets a nigga got picks? It was like, who can I take my frustration out on this live? I'm gonna take it out on Grand. And that's what happened. You know what I mean? So because I'm Muslim, I didn't react the way niggas wanted me to react with the SMDs and go crazy. I was really thrown off. That's like my man right here going live, like we live right now, but he flipping on you. You may kick up, but you're gonna be like, damn, nigga. Like, especially when y'all been potting for 4 years. So it's like your brother going rogue on you live. How do you react to that? Do you wait for the punchline, or do you just go in? So once I seen that, no disrespect, as a Muslim brother, I just knew to keep my peace, I had to get away from son. You know what I mean? Because I knew his intentions wasn't good. And there's no Muslim that treats another Muslim like that. You know what I'm saying? We protect each other. In Islam, they say, if it's your real brother on a cliff and a Muslim person, who you supposed to save? The Muslim brother. Come on, man. You dig me? So two Muslims acting like that on
I don't
YouTube.
dig that.
Huh?
I said no, I don't dig that.
You don't believe that?
No.
You saving your brother, right?
Goddamn right.
Well, that's because, the faith is strong in Allah. So Allah says you save the Muslim. You know what I mean? That's in the Quran. We can't argue with that. You heard? But I'm just telling you, like, that's but I'm just telling you that that's basically what happened with me and son. And it's like I don't wish that brother no harm or nothing like that, because I totally mentally moved on from that whole situation. And I knew that whole situation was haram, like with me and him going back and forth, and all the negative things he said about me when I showed homeboy nothing but love. You know what I mean?
What happened in your life that made you like this peaceful person? Because I don't think you was always like this.
Oh no, I was a violent dude. You know what I'm saying? 2 years. That's it. I'm a new Shahada. I'm a new Shahada. That's where it comes from.
That's where your peace come from.
You know what I mean? Yeah. Shout out to brother Fahim from the Masjid in Camden. You know what I mean? So it just, and then I lost my brother, my real brother, same mom, same dad, in 2009. He was only 30. He died from diabetes complications. So from there, shit just ain't mean that, it ain't that serious to me. You know what I mean? Like, my thing is, I'm a Sagittarius, so we love hard. If I call you my homeboy, I'm rocking with you to the casket. You feel me? That's how I look at friends. If I call you a friend, I'm fucking with you till the wheels fall off. And throughout life, whether it's women and niggas that's been in my circle, I've seen that life don't work like that. You know what I'm saying? So me taking my shahada was to gain some clarity. I've always been amused and inspired by the Muslim men because of the discipline. And I needed that in my life. You know what I'm saying? So
no, that's where the peace
respectfully, that's where the peace come from.
I
ain't always peaceful. I got my gun license. It could go shaky.
Yeah, no,
but
absolutely.
at the end of the day, if you really study in Islam, you understand you lead with peace. You know what I'm saying? You have to lead with peace.
That's how you come. I give a helping hand, man. I give her hugs and all that.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it ain't nothing sweet about me. Everybody know I came from bullshit. Like, you know what I'm saying? But in my later years, I don't have to represent that. You know what I'm saying? Because the only hero I want to be to is my daughters. I got 3 daughters. So it's like, at the end of the day, I got to be out here for them. So what a man think about me, it don't matter. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, real shit. What's your advice to up and coming podcasters?
It's a quick one. If you trying to exist in this space, I'm gonna take words from Joe Budden. Is that if you want your podcast to grow, you gotta throw money at it. You gotta invest in it. You know what I mean? You can't jump into this podcast space and think that organically you're gonna go all the way to the top, the cream of the crop. And all. This is a business now. Podcast has replaced FM radio. Podcast has replaced Live Nation from artists doing shows. This is how they earn a living now. Podcasting has afforded podcasters to get advertisers to throw hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars just to say their brand for 1 minute on their show. So imagine you guys, y'all right now, y'all could have 5 advertisers right now say, I'm giving you $10,000 for each brand, right? And y'all can make a 30-second clip of each brand and say, yo, make sure you go get Ronnie Round's lotion. You know what I mean? You got $10,000 for saying that for 30 seconds. You feel me? So at the end of the day, it's like, approach podcasting as a business and you'll be successful. Go into it thinking it's easy and everybody can do it overnight. Then I promise you'll max out at 6 episodes.
No bullshit.
Respectfully.
No, that's a fact.
You know what I mean?
That's real shit.
Word.
You got anything else you want to talk about or ask us?
Yeah, I did want to ask y'all one question about I wanted to ask y'all something about I had something that I wanted to talk to y'all about. Oh yeah, I wanted to talk to y'all about the drill scene in Philly. Like just with all of the, you know, we lost what's my man? YBC Duel.
We supposed to get him before he came.
Yeah, all of that stuff like that. How do you guys since he passed, has things calmed down?
No.
That y'all just dumbass young boys.
God damn.
That y'all dumbass young boys, and it's like y'all all followers. We done had these young boys on our platform.
Right.
I sat there and told young boy.
Right.
Shout out to American Confidential. He clipped it up. I ain't gonna say nobody's name. I told young boy, bro, you don't have to follow and do what he's doing.
Right.
Because this nigga already shot out.
Right.
It's too late for him.
Right.
You don't have to do that. I said this to his face.
Right.
He wound up telling on all them niggas.
Right.
The young boy who I was telling this to. They're all followers, bro. I hate that shit. But like I'm saying, like the industry propagates that and they make these kids feel like to go viral, you gotta do this stupid shit. You gotta crash out. Like you gotta dig up niggas' graves. You gotta tote pistols.
Right.
You gotta diss the dead. I never seen people diss the dead. Like what about people moms, they aunts, they daughters?
Yeah.
Nobody don't care about that shit.
Being that we fall in the demographic of OGs, if they not taking our advice, who can resonate this stuff to them for them to get
the cops once they get in the interrogation room and they tell on everybody?
I mean,
bro, it'd be too late, bro. They just we've been young before.
Right.
You think you know everything? Some people think they know everything. I wasn't a kid that thought I knew everything. I listened to my mom.
Right.
And some niggas feel like their parents don't got their best interests in hand. They feel like a dumbass nigga. If you 20 and somebody 24, you think that's your old head and he advising you the right way. That's what they influenced by. Because this nigga might got a couple dollars or whatever.
Right.
How can I get that? Oh, he dissed this person and did that? Oh, I'm getting down too. That's what it is, bro.
Right.
It's bringing them notoriety.
Yeah.
That's the clout.
I'm about to say
Drill was the clout.
Yeah.
The kids giving them that TikTok and all that.
Honestly,
shit.
bro,
That shit is
I just feel like on some real shit though, like not even on no joking shit. They just gotta die off. That generation gotta die out.
So what about the Eid? The things that's been happening in Philly with the Eids,
so
man.
We had this.
Y'all had this conversation because I'm discouraged, man.
No, we had this conversation.
I'm discouraged as a Muslim.
We was talking about it on the Patreon for a second.
Yeah.
And it's just a bad disdain that people got for Muslims in Philadelphia because, like I was telling bro, we was at the Eid and it just Philly just it's so negative, bro. Like I said, we supposed to lead with peace, and I shouldn't have to look at you and be thinking that if it's okay to greet this guy.
Yeah.
It's a Muslim. You're supposed to greet everybody.
That's what I'm saying.
You're supposed to greet everybody. I'm not even supposed to be. I shouldn't have never second guessed myself. Should I greet this man? First of all, we all in here for one reason only. We all here to praise Allah.
Right.
That's in the law who item. You know, we supposed to. This is what we here for. I should never second my guess. Like, damn, is cuz looking at me because he know me? Is he about to greet me? Or is we gonna go be into it after tomorrow? And it's sad to say that you got to be on that with people, but that's just how the whole thing is. And it's like, and everybody they so I'm gonna talk about this because a lot of people they say I talked about it on the King Runner episode. They was mad at Chia Mac because
great points that you was making.
Chia Mac had a comment on Muslims in Philadelphia.
Right.
Oh yeah, you could take a shahada and it's over. But I'm like, bro, look what's going on. Right. Bro, the day of the Eid, people got pulled over with a gun bigger than me. Yeah. Bro, they're shooting that on Cecil B. Moore, or they're running their fight. They beat the young boy up in the Lear Core Center. Right. Bro, this is not supposed to be happening. Nah, so that's what I'm saying. Y'all mad at people or kufars or whatever y'all want to say on speaking on it, but you're giving them you're giving them the fuel to throw it. Like,
I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna say this, being a Jersey guy, right? It breaks my heart where the outside looking in is saying, is the Muslim culture in Philly just a fad? Is it just where everybody throw on the kimar, the shamiks, the kameez, and they just look like, you know, they put New Balance on with the socks on, and they just look like, you know what, we just gonna do this for Eid. But we not doing 5 times a day. We not looking out for our brother. We not doing good deeds. Like, is it a fad? Like this, like, I want to come to the Eid in Philly. I watched the one last year and watched bullets flying on TV. You dig me? And it's like, then when the celebration comes for the out-of-towners, we like this.
I ain't going there.
I'm going to make salat at home.
Yeah.
I'm going to celebrate at home. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It's like, this is where it comes to the OGs, the imams. Like, how can we come together and change that culture? Or will it just...
It's burnt. Like bro said, it's burnt. They going, because a lot of people don't know this. So when I first took my shot, it was years ago. Right. And we tried to do Ramadan. This is like one of my first ever Ramadans. Right. Like real Ramadans, like where I tried to fast. And we didn't know how to pray. Right. So we had to teach ourselves how to pray. And trying to teach ourselves how to pray, we wasn't praying, but we was fasting. Right. And somebody said, why y'all fasting? Y'all ain't praying. Y'all starving yourselves. Like, and that's a fact. And people don't know that. You thinking, oh yeah, like you say, oh yeah, I'm just garb up.
Yeah, I'm a garb up.
I'm just not gonna eat all day. Or I'm gonna still listen to Lil Durk. Right. I'm gonna still listen to such and such. I'm still gonna listen to.
And I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna say this on your platform. It's hard though. There's times I felt the deen, and you know, I get on my knees and I try to make it right. You know what I mean? But we know Allah's a forgiving.
And we're not perfect.
You know what I'm saying? We're not perfect. But when I see that they can be garbed up with guns and kill, it's just like it makes the religion watered down. Respectfully.
It don't make the religion watered down. It's only the black people.
God damn.
Yeah, it's the black people. I'm dead serious.
Keep it 100.
Like,
Keep it 100.
When you go on 45th Street at that masjid right there on Walnut Street, yes,
that's where I go.
They carrying that
and
shit.
It's peaceful.
It's very peaceful. They're very embracing, very peaceful. I feel safe. When I come around niggas, oh no. I feel like somebody gonna do something to me,
but
bro.
look, that's what I'm saying. You don't even want to go to certain masjids and fear your own people.
It's sad.
As an Islamic brother. You know what I'm saying?
I go over there with the brothers. They drive the cabs and that's from overseas and they don't pray right. And man, I ain't trying to hear none of that. I heard the commissary right and we pray into the east. That's all I care about.
That's it.
That's it.
And then, all right, my last question on the comm, right, is what do y'all want out of this shit, bro? Like, do y'all foresee the $1 million worth of game type of deal, podcast deal, the big advertisements? Like, do y'all see this shit like as generational wealth to feed the family, to grow to movies? What do y'all want out of Let's Keep It 100 podcast?
I want this shit to be global. I want this shit to really be big. And
Right.
it's crazy because I never foreseen it.
Right.
I started it because I was like going through like a deep depression.
Me
and
too,
I just wanted
me
to
too.
do something to make me happy.
Was
bro.
it during
And
the pandemic?
No, I started in like 2018, just in my
Oh, y'all been
basement.
podding that long?
My basement
started
apartment.
it?
Like I just was doing it, and it just was for therapy, bro.
Right.
Just to do something and say I'm doing this. Cause like you said, I always watch Charlemagne.
Right.
And I like a nigga that asks people the real questions. You feel me? So
Yeah,
it's like
yeah.
that's what like got me into it. That's why
Right.
I ask niggas real life questions and
Right.
shit, bro. But I really want this shit to go far because it's like now it's like people come up to me and tell me that they watch my shit.
Facts.
So that'd be making me want to keep going. And it's like,
Yeah.
damn, if this person's seeing it,
Just imagine who
this shit go. I just wanted to go big, bro, and I believe in it.
Right.
Like I really fully believe in this shit now. And
Right.
like we just pushing and going, bro, and we gonna
Right.
keep investing in this shit.
Yeah, and I feel the same way. I feel the same exact way what you said. Like, I started it for different reasons because when I started during the pandemic, everything was shut down. Even as a rapper, you know, as a veteran, I was still getting features. But when 2020, that shit stopped. Studios closed. So I said, damn, my little 400 hours, 300 I was getting, or a little interview over here, stopped. So I said, damn, I'm gonna start something online. I started on Facebook just talking shit, and then I took it to this. So at the end of the day, like, yeah, I know we all want that big success. We may not all get the $1 million worth of game type of shit, but we just got to figure out a way to carve our way into history. That's it. You know
I
what I
mean,
mean?
I feel like we gonna get there. But
Right.
we already selling our shoes.
Oh, y'all be doing shows?
Yeah,
I
bro.
think y'all be doing, the in-person joint. I seen it.
Look, the picture right there. That's a live
Damn,
show. That's our first ever live
sheesh.
show.
Now, let's talk about that. How do y'all get to that point? Because how do y'all get to the point where you say, okay, boom? Because I seen y'all subscribers. We like around the same, right? Like, yeah. So I'm saying, how do y'all get those people to come to a show and pack it
I'm gonna
out?
just tell you this: when you a good person
Right. They support.
and you ain't do nobody
Wow.
wrong, he ain't never do nothing bad to nobody. He's like a really on some real shit,
Yeah.
bro. He like the nicest nigga I know.
Right,
I be like,
right,
yo,
right.
why the fuck is you so nice?
Right.
He's so nice.
But he gonna be blessed because of that.
He's
bro.
going to be
He gonna
blessed. He's like a really nice guy. But I'm a good nigga as well.
Right.
And I always knew who I was. I
Right.
never done nothing to nobody. I don't owe
Right,
nobody
right,
no money.
right.
Never did no snake shit to nobody.
Right.
People going to come and support us. And it's a
Right.
good cause. And you
Right.
going to have fun. Like, we big, bro.
Yeah.
Shout out to Dom Dukes. We got Dom Dukes on stage with us.
Yeah,
He
I
a
seen,
comedian.
I seen y'all shows. I
Bro.
seen y'all promoting, and I'm like,
shout out to Chad TRP.
All you gotta
Right.
do is look at the crowd, motherfucker smiling and shit. Look at Marty is smiling like a motherfucker.
that's fire. So did y'all wing it?
No,
The first one we kind of winged.
we did.
Yeah.
But shout out to Chad from TRP.
Right.
Chad saw us like he was like tapped in. He was like,
Right.
bro, I like what y'all doing, and he backed us 100%.
No,
And
let's do that.
he gave us his platform, and Chad got us in them rooms where we
Right.
could get into them city wineries, the World
Dope,
Cafe
dope.
Lives, the punchlines, and such and
Right.
such. So
Shout out to Punchline. That was the best show and
Was
best
it
experience.
lucrative as far as ticket sales?
Hell
Like,
yeah.
yeah, we sold out.
Sell out.
when y'all doing the next one?
We making it.
Looking, we
it out right now.
looking, we looking toward August.
Right,
Next live show coming up.
Right.
I just
That-
emailed Punchline.
Now, are y'all thinking about doing like one where y'all can have y'all reoccurring guests that like a Earner or a Quilly and them pop out?
I be thinking about stuff like that, but I be wanting all my money. So.
Yeah, they might want to check.
But like what I do with fellow podcasters. So
Right.
this shout out my Yumbo County Mayor.
Right.
He know a lot of girls. He
Right, right.
So he got that type of traction. They opened up for us.
Nice,
Our last
nice.
show, you feel me?
Okay,
They
so that's
younger
smart.
than
Y'all
us.
collab.
Yeah,
Yeah.
He like 26, 27.
Yeah, he got that whole demographic, right?
So now I'm collabing with these two
Yeah.
girls.
Okay,
So they gonna come on.
right.
They shy though. It's their first time.
Yeah.
So I'm like, all right, y'all can come on stage with us.
Right.
And County Mayor can open the show again.
Right.
You mean you just
Okay.
up the ticket price and it's like
Nah, that's dope. That's dope. It's different ways for it. See, that's why I was saying podcasting, you can find ways to make some money.
And this is a great experience. It's grown up shit. Like it's a great outing. It's like a comedy show, but it's grown adult conversation. We pass the mic around through the crowd.
Yeah, so y'all get involved.
Anybody that ever wanted to do a podcast, now y'all can be a part of it.
This your opportunity. Right.
So I'm gonna spin it back to y'all, and this will be the last drawing, right? Best guess, worst guess. I'm going with this guy first, right here.
I'm gonna say shout out to Hurting Pockets.
Who?
Hurting Pockets.
Hurting Pockets was your best guess.
That's our favorite guess.
No, why?
You keep saying, yours.
Yours.
But,
now, why?
I mean, on the show, period.
Right.
Because he want go ahead.
She bad? She a nice job?
We ain't gonna
Nigga, just keep it 100. Nigga, keep it in real negative 98 right now, son.
We gonna keep it 100. But no, she kept it all the way 100.
Right.
She came on and she didn't hold no punches.
Right.
And she got us, I'm gonna say she got us the most clips, like most
on the reels
on YouTube.
Oh,
just off of her, she was nobody important.
Right.
Nothing. Her shit was at like 1,500.
Damn.
We had no guessing, no stars.
Nah, that's fine. That's fine.
So that's why I said that.
I'm gonna tap into that episode because it had to be fire. You said, damn.
It was a good job.
And worse.
Oh man, we had this girl on this episode. This girl, he brought the girl.
Right.
And she was just so dull.
She was dry.
Who was it?
I don't know that girl that had the BBL. That first girl that had the BBL with the hat. Her girlfriend was dope. When we was at the stew, this when we had the stew.
Oh, yeah.
You know what she is.
Her whole vibe just was like, she was just being so negative.
Yeah.
Like you
she
probably
like,
did something
I was a Virgo and I don't want to talk to the Virgo. And I'm like,
wow.
I didn't even do nothing to you, girl.
Right.
But it was just her whole aura was just bad. Her girlfriend had great energy, but it was her whole vibe. That was
and last question, when you do have a guest where they got low vibration, energy ain't there, how do y'all still maneuver and get through it?
You got to take over the interview.
You got to take it over.
You got to somehow, some way, we going to
No, he just rely on me.
Yeah.
Rely on me to be the bad guy. He ain't no bad guy.
Wow.
Just you got to take it. Somebody
Right.
got to take over the
Y'all
interview.
remind me of Esso and Heineken, though. Because you Heineken, son, and you Esso. Because Esso don't give a fuck. Heineken is the dude that plays safe. But that's good because you need good cop and bad cop. You need that dynamic. Y'all work well together. All right, so
my favorite joint was TK. I watched TK. I studied TK.
Right.
I gravitated towards TK so much. He brought me on his podcast.
Damn.
Like,
where was his joint at? In Jersey?
No, TK. He do on the call.
Oh, he do on the call.
He on the road.
Right.
But it's like our conversation. He knew I wasn't capping. Like,
I
gravitated toward that nigga. I like this conversation.
Yeah, he like
so
the father
much.
that we never had. Bro.
I said, bro.
Yeah.
And you know he say, who raised you? I said, bro, this nigga raised me and he don't even know it.
Wow.
You feel me? So I fuck with TK so much.
Let's expound on that. How do you say TK raised you? What did you take from him?
Just like man shit.
Right.
Taking being accountable.
Okay.
I never held myself accountable. Like you see how I said I played with women?
Right. I like
and
that.
They did certain shit to me. I was just like, yo, this bitch crazy.
Right.
What did you do to make her crazy?
Fight.
You feel me?
Okay.
So accountability. Having my house in order.
Right.
Why is you trying to date all these women, nigga, and you don't even have a shower curtain? You feel me?
Yeah.
Real shit.
Right. Nigga don't even have a toaster.
Yeah. Why you trying to date all these women? But it was funny, but it's like, I'm like, damn, he talking about me.
Reality.
I gotta get my shit in order.
Right.
So it's like TK taught me a lot of shit, bro.
That's
just
dope.
little shit. And just how to like appreciate life. Nigga, I be feeling like I don't appreciate shit, especially coming from where I came from.
Right.
I'm doing pretty good in life. And it's like, he be like, nigga, I just like going out and just mowing my lawn. Like,
right. Yeah, peaceful. Regular shit. But I think him being 60-something, he got to that point over time. You know what I mean? But who's your worst guess?
Who's your worst guess? I want to hear this shit.
Worst guess.
Worst. And then when we say worst, we don't mean you a bad person. We just mean the dynamic was off on that show. You just like, man, whatever. Like,
worst guess. I don't think I had a worst guess.
He said Faith. Y'all had Faith Evans?
No, not the real.
Oh, I said shit.
He compared the girl to Faith Evans.
Yeah.
I don't know if I had like a
He
worst.
being political. Right?
No, we had some episodes that didn't come out.
Yeah.
That was bad.
Right.
Them probably was like his episode.
Yeah, he don't even want to
We had
name
some
the
like
joints.
We had some bad.
Y'all had some joints y'all never even released.
Yes,
they ain't even.
I mean, I still got that girl episode, but it's
Not
like
her,
it's going to be the bid.
Yeah, but not her. We had another joint. We was at the studio. It's not good for you.
Yeah.
We had a couple bad joints.
Right. I think that needs to be talked about. Like, yeah, because people don't understand. They just think that everything that they see, everything we get along with everybody. No, sometimes the dynamic of guests don't work.
Yeah, it don't be
all
there.
right,
Or it be bullshit. And
right.
people think that you could just come up here and say what you want to say. Podcasting is a job.
Right.
Like you say we critique this stuff, like, and we gotta go through questions.
Right.
You ain't got nothing going on, or you don't have a good conversation.
It's dry.
That's something else. I hate when niggas say, "Yo, let me come up there," and then they look at me like a bad guy. Oh, you Hollywood.
Right.
What the fuck is you doing?
Yeah,
nigga?
what we gonna talk to you about? That's why you look. Even me, what I've been running around doing and what I've been doing over the years. I sent you my
sent me
bio.
everything.
I said, listen, I know y'all niggas from Philly don't fuck with Jersey like that. It's cool, but I want to let y'all niggas know I'm out here having it my way. You know what I'm saying?
We always looked at Jersey niggas like y'all was corny.
That's a fact. But you know what's crazy though? Y'all can't look at us like Delaware niggas. Respect to my Wilmington niggas, but Wilmington to go hard. But y'all can't look at Jersey like.
I don't know. We just always looked at Jersey as
know
corny.
why. That's
Even the
crazy.
bitches.
Y'all was dancing.
Now y'all niggas adopted that. Y'all do that
Yeah,
baby dancing.
yeah.
That shit nasty.
Yeah.
I be seeing Philly niggas do. I said, what the fuck? They shooters.
Yeah, no real shit.
Niggas with the big bitch. I said he can't be killing shit dancing like
And
that.
that's what the young boy said. He said, "Man, you catch a nigga in a blink,
Yo.
he might shoot you."
But yeah, that
He catch you
Jersey.
in
So
a-
that's up north though. South Jersey don't do all of that shit though. Up north, Newark and all that. Yeah, they do all that
That's
fast
what we thought
dancing.
about. Because
Yeah.
certain clubs and all of the
Yeah,
joints that was
that's
close to the
crazy. Nah,
bridge.
there's some killers in Jersey, bro. Y'all niggas.
No, for sure. I got
It
a
was-
lot of good
Niggas
Right.
killers everywhere.
Yeah, I'm just saying
I
it's
don't wanna
funny
run
that
into no killers.
that's why I said I made sure I said Philly niggas. I know one thing about Philly niggas. They don't worry about what's going over. They only know they blocks. North, south, southwest. That's it. I said, let me send him a
That's
bio.
Yeah.
And let him get familiar. Cause like I said, I've been tapped in. I've fucked with everybody over here who's somebody.
Except for us,
Gilly
we
and
not
everybody.
like that though. We really tapped in with everybody.
That's
and the crazy part, because when you was saying that on a bad fuel joint,
Right.
and I was watching, I'm like, we different. We really was tapped in.
Well, I wasn't saying that. He was saying
Yeah. But
yeah.
No, but you was like trying to tell him like, yo,
Yeah.
everybody not Southwest West Philly.
Right, nah.
We don't even talk about that type of shit.
What?
Like what he
Oh
was
no,
saying,
not y'all.
like-
But I think he was talking about other parts. But I mean, like I said, every podcast in some form of fashion talks about their neighborhood or the stars of their neighborhood. Everybody does. You know what I mean?
That's what we grew up on.
Yeah, and you like you said earlier, you got to be local to be somebody. Everybody start local. That's shit. Look all the famous rappers that we love. Jay-Z was from Marcy Projects. I'm sure niggas said he was corny. You know what I'm saying?
You kissing my local ass.
Yeah, and then before he blew. So it happens, man. But listen, man, I really appreciate this, man. This was overdue. I'm glad we got to sit down and have some just a regular conversation.
I appreciate you reaching
Yeah, no, I
out. Like you
appreciate y'all,
definitely
man.
thrilled for that, bro.
Man, like, you know what I mean? Like, so this is dope, man. And I think we went over an hour though, right?
We definitely did.
So y'all gonna have to
But I
chop
really-
this, chop and back this
No,
shit.
we ain't chopping
We
shit.
a buck. We an hour and 40
Oh,
minutes.
that
in.
ain't bad. It felt like 2 hours though. So
Because it's just natural.
right, yeah,
It's just
that
natural.
ain't
That's
bad.
how we rule.
Right, so listen, make sure y'all like, share, and subscribe to Let's Keep It 100 podcast. Make sure y'all like, share, and subscribe to You Better Not Lie podcast. Run our numbers up. It's free to support. All you got to do is go hit that subscribe button, and you never know. You know what I mean? Go through our content. You might find someone there that you fuck with. This is Kilogram. You know, follow me on Instagram at kilogram3 and at You Better Not Lie podcast. Salute to my co-host, Juicy Jalene, the Latina queen. And that's how I'm carrying it.
Big player.
Big
Yes,
Jersey
sir.
shit.
We out, y'all.
Word.